What's up guys, my name is Devin and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Adidas Ultra Boost football cleats. Let's do it. All right guys, here are the cleats we're going to be taking a look at today. Again, these are the brand new Adidas Ultra Boost football cleats. Now they've dropped Ultra Boost cleats a couple times here in the past, but this is the newest. So I'm going to see if it's a little bit different from the past models or if it's the same one just in some new colorways. Without further ado, let's check them out. First things first, you do get this nice black and white Adidas box. Of course, you have the 3 stripes there. And we have the Ultra Boost cleat. This is a size 9 in Soul Red/Silver. I'm pretty sure these are orange, but I guess we'll take a look right now. So let's get them out of the box, see what we got. Yeah, I don't know how they're calling these red. Holy crap, dude, this color's nuts though. Wow. So I know a lot of the colorways they dropped are based off of the first version of Ultra Boost shoes that dropped. Way back in the day, almost 10 years ago at this point. And this is one of the OG colorways. They do have the black and blue OG and like the gray, and then they have a bright yellow one, and I think a couple other ones that I'm forgetting. We'll talk about all the different colorways later in the video, but right now we're gonna focus on this orange pair. Now, upon first glance, this is the exact same pair that dropped when they did the college pack. This is the same cleat. It's the same free traction plate. It's got some circle studs here in the front, some triangle studs on the side, and then triangle studs in the rear. It's got the same Ultra Boost upper. It's like a thicker material. It has more structure than an Ultra Boost shoe does. It is still pretty comfortable. And then you do have this nice overlay here on the toe part. So that's gonna help with the durability and just make the cleat last a little bit longer and look a little bit better for a longer time. Here is the nice Ultra Boost detail in the heel. It does have a nice sturdy heel cup, which is always nice. And then around the cuff, you do get a good amount of foam, especially in the rear here. They really pad these up a ton. In my eyes, these are gonna be a big skill football cleat. Of course, we have to test these out. I've seen a lot of kids on TikTok, they're like, dude, these cleats suck. I can't cut in them. That's because you're a corner trying to wear a big skill football cleat with kind of a wider base. It's just not going to work for those guys. This is a big skill cleat. Running backs, tight ends, linebackers, edge rushers. These are going to be for you. Of course, we're going to talk about that more later in the video. I just had to get that out there right away. But yeah, the upper end here is like a thick knit material. I mean, similar to Ultra Boost, but like a little bit thicker. And then same lacing style. You do have kind of this nice orange with what I would imagine is reflective bits in there. You do have a silver Adidas logo there. 3 stripes there on the side. Ultra Boost logo there, 3 stripes here, and then that's pretty much it. One thing about these cleats, it is a one-piece upper all the way around. There's no individual tongue. There's no booty on the inside. What you see is exactly what you get. So I can't imagine you're getting like a super tight fit in these. I kind of wish I went a half size down, so we'll kind of see how these test out and talk about that in the fit portion. But no booty. I mean, you can even see like where the laces kind of go through the cleat there on the side. Let's check out the insole. I'm pretty sure the insole on these is going to be pretty thick. It is an Ultra Boost, so it's supposed to be pretty comfortable. And yeah, I mean, this is one of the thickest insoles you can get in a football cleat, and boy, is it soft. So you do get the little boost detail there on the heel. I don't remember it being this flexible and flimsy. I feel like in the past it was a little bit different. Could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I wish I had some of the older ones on hand so I could show you guys and kind of compare, but it is very flimsy, but you still do get a nice bit of thick foam, so that's gonna be nice to have underneath. And then of course, this does have a boost midsole in there, so everywhere you see those white little dots is gonna be boost, and then it runs throughout the entire cleat all the way through, and then you do have some poking out here on the bottom, which I always think is a very cool little detail. Just reminds you have that boost, and it's right there, and you definitely feel it under your feet, at least you did with the past model. I already touched on it a little bit, but this is the same traction plate that they did on the last time that they dropped these in the college colorways. So this is a Freak traction plate. That's what they dropped on their Freaks from a couple years ago. No new updated plate on these. You have 4 circle studs in the front. Then you have these triangle teeth kind of here in the middle part. Then you have these small teeth on the outside. That's kind of where your foot's hitting the dirt when you cut. And these really kind of help you dig out of that long stuff. And then you have some on this side as well. And then in the rear, you have 4 triangle studs, as you can see. And of course, you have that little bit of boost. And then as far as like stability and like how the frame's built, you kind of have like these little spine pieces right here that are going to give it a little bit of structure and strength. So this, as far as like stiffness goes, like you've seen a lot of cleats on this channel fold right in half or fold a little bit. These are very stiff. So that's another reason these are going to be a big skill cleat. Again, we're going to talk about that in a bit, but I think that's going to do it for the unboxing. So let me get these outside, try them on, and see how they feel.
This video is brought to you by TrueFit Customs, the brand trusted by over half the teams in the NFL and probably your favorite player for their premium custom fit mouth guards. TrueFit makes custom fit easy by providing high performance custom fit mouth guards at a fraction of the price delivered straight to your front door. Here's how it works. TrueFit sends you an impression kit with everything you need. Just follow the instructions, create your 2 impressions, then just mail it back to them in the same box with the prepaid label they already gave you. From there, TrueFit scans and digitally designs your guard with laser level precision to make a custom fit mouth guard that is then delivered right back to your front door. After your first order, TrueFit creates your account and digitally stores all of your scans on demand access so you can reorder any custom fit guards in the future. Simply log onto your account on their website where you can view that digital scan, track any orders you have, or reorder any variety of custom fit guards like sport guards, night guards, retainers, whitening trays at just a fraction of the price that the dentist charges. They have 3 different thicknesses depending on the sport you're playing. You can pick from a variety of colors, and even teams can do customizations like putting the player's number on the guard itself to make it easy to track. The best part for you are getting the exact same product that everyone in the NFL is switching to right now. Guys like Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Brock Bowers, Caleb Williams, all these guys are switching for one reason. It is the best mouth guard on the market. It gives you all the protection you need with the super slim, low profile look and something you can always speak and breathe easy. And if you don't believe me, I've been wearing the mouth guard this entire ad read, not one slip up. Ditch the hassle and the cost of going to your dentist and switch to TrueFit Customs, which gives you a premium quality product delivered straight to your front door at a fraction of the price. If you want to pick up a TrueFit Customs for yourself, you should go watch our full-length YouTube video to learn more and check out TrueFit Customs, which we have linked down below. All right, back to the video.
All right, now that you guys have watched the full unboxing and my first impression, it's time to review them. In the review, we're gonna talk about a bunch of different things. We're gonna talk about the comfort, the fit and support, the weight, the traction, the style, what position these cleats are best for, and of course, the price. Let's kick things off with the comfort. These are hands down the most comfortable football cleat I've put on my feet this year. The upper on these is built from Adidas prime knit material, and it just feels really good all around. It's very thick and gives you like a pillowy feel around your entire foot. These have tons of padding on the side and in the heel, so that feels really nice. It gives you a little bit of support as well. The insole on these is also just incredible. They're a tiny bit different from the previous model, but just as cushioned. They're a thick, comfortable insole and pairs really nicely with the Boost midsole on these. It really feels like you're walking on clouds in these cleats, and that's just something you don't usually feel in a football cleat. Overall, the whole cleat is just super soft, super cushy. It just feels really good all the way around. Again, easily the most comfortable cleats I've put on in a while. Next up, we're going to talk about the fit and support. It's not too bad. Now, I do want to be totally transparent. This is a size 9, which as you guys might know, I usually wear an 8.5. The smallest size they have in these Ultra Boosts is a size 9, so that's the size I went for. But keep that in mind as you guys hear my thoughts on kind of how they fit. They are a half size too big for me. Despite that, the cleats were very snug all around for me, except in the heel. The heel, I kept feeling my foot kind of rise up in the back of the cleat, which is a little bit annoying, but again, that might just be because they are just genuinely a half size too big. I did try to lace them up nice and tight, but that didn't resolve the issue. But everywhere else was tight and snug, and honestly better than I expected. Support on these is also pretty good. I mentioned these have the prime knit upper. It's a very strong material and kind of helps keep you planted from side to side movements. The ankle on these isn't super high, but there is lots of padding, which helps lock in those ankles and gives you a little bit more of a supportive feel. Overall, honestly, it's a little bit tricky for me to tell you guys exactly how they fit because they are a half size too big, but I did give you guys my best effort. The next thing we're gonna do is weigh them. Now, these cleats weighed in at 11.8 ounces, which is a very heavy number for a football cleat. Honestly, I thought these were gonna break the 12-ounce barrier, but they didn't. So 11.8 is very heavy, and you definitely feel it on your feet. Sometimes with cleats that are on the heavier side, you don't really feel it when you're, wearing them, playing football in them. But with these, you feel it. They're a heavy football cleat. You definitely can tell. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the traction. Now, these have the free traction plate that we've seen from Adidas for a few years now. They put these plates on their big steel cleats, and they are a little bit on the wider side. These have a total of 13 studs, 5 circle in the front, 4 triangle studs kind of in the middle, and then 4 triangle studs in the rear. These also have these little side teeth, which are really helpful in the longer grass. They just kind of help dig you out a little bit. The plate itself is just really good in thick, long grass. It gives you plenty of grip. I didn't test these on turf, but I assume they'll do pretty well, but the studs are pretty long, so definitely keep that in mind. But the actual feel of the ground in these is very numb because of all the cushioning they have, but they still respond pretty well. Overall, they do pretty good, but they definitely don't feel as agile and sharp as some of the speed cleats on the market. The next thing we're going to talk about is the style. I mean, this is just another classic look from Adidas. The Ultra Boost silhouette is one of my personal favorites. It's just so simple and so clean, and they even brought back some of the OG colorways. Just a super clean looking cleat and some really good colorways. It's an Ultra Boost. It looks good. It's timeless. Classic. The next thing we're going to talk about is what position these cleats are going to be best for. To me, these are a big skill football cleat. I've seen so many skill guys buying these for the drip and then complaining that they're heavy and that they can't cut fast in them, and that's because they just aren't built for that. These are a heavy, supportive, big skill cleat with a wider traction plate meant for the bigger, stronger guys on the field. So that's going to be QBs, tight ends, linebackers, and edge rushers. These cleats are for you guys, not you little skill guys. The last thing we got to talk about is the price. Adidas dropped these for $180. Now, $180 does seem seem a tad high, and I'd rather see them kind of at that 150 mark maybe. I guess they are one of Adidas premium models that they release, and they do have some of that nostalgia factor as well, but 180 just seems high, and I guess most people agreed because they didn't sell that great, and now they're on sale for $135 at Dick's Sporting Goods. Honestly, at $135, I kind of love these for big skill guys. I think that's a good price, so go grab them while you still can. Overall, these things are super duper comfortable. Like I said, the most comfortable cleat I've put on all season, but they do give you kind of a numb feeling. The fit and comfort is great, but that cushioning just makes it a little bit tricky to get some good ground feel and cut super sharply. These cleats look amazing. Obviously, the Ultra Boost look is timeless, and if they stay on sale at $135, I think these are a great buy for big skills. If you're looking for a comfortable, stylish football cleat, look no further. There you guys have it. There's the full unboxing review on the Adidas Ultra Boost football cleats. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to like that video, comment what you guys want us to do next, and make sure you guys subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin, and thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Footballrs.